How are you this very fine day? Well, there's an element of fineness about it. Let me show you. There you are. Not a bad sort of a day. A few clouds around, but all in all, a pretty good kind of a day. There is the sum of yesterday's workings, putting up a dome on top of the containers. It's been keeping us rather busy. Geez, I need a haircut. Need to figure that out. So yes, last night, no show, but I was planning on doing a little quick one this morning, but things have got away from me again. Today is the day that we say goodbye to one of our residents here. We'll be off to the funeral shortly. So heading off for that, and I will be back in later this afternoon with a lot more and some more for tonight. So some interesting things have happened, particularly in the US. How long has Donald Trump been president? 3 weeks? My God, the things that are changing and the squeals that are coming out of the US. Now, of course, Clive Palmer has introduced a new, not radical idea, but certainly a Trump-ideaed party, and it's called Trumpets of Patriots. And we'll go into explaining how he managed to get that off the ground when the United Australia Party was shut down in the federal court or the High Court last week and not allowed to run the next election. I think that has something to do with Senator Babbitt, because he's the only sitting senator. But anyway, I'll try and find out a bit more about that today. There are some interesting things going on over there too with Elon Musk. And of course, one of the platforms that Clive is putting together with Trumpets of Patriots is a policy very similar to the Doge policy. What he hasn't done is put anybody forward to be looking at that. Would Clive be the bloke to look at that? He'd certainly have the right accountants, wouldn't he? He's got the beans in the bank, so to speak, and he doesn't get to keep those beans in his bank unless he keeps a very close eye on it. I noticed in the chat the other night there was quite a few different people threw up names. I threw up Dick Smith, I think. He got shouted down a little bit. I'm not exactly sure why. May have something to do with Freemasonry. May not. I'm not sure. We'll have to dig a little deeper there too. Hello, Gay. You're in a very cold part of the world, Oklahoma. I watch a YouTuber who's in Oklahoma, and they're having a bit of a fun time there at the moment with snow. So feeling for you, Gay. Yeah, it is beautiful here at the moment. Only about 20, I don't know, maybe 23 degrees. There's a light wind blowing. I feel like I'm doing a weather report. You can see my hair blowing in the breeze. So yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful, cool day. But I did hear a low-flying helicopter earlier. Now, if this breeze keeps up, I'll be filming that low-flying helicopter because it'll be dumping something out the sides of it that shouldn't be dumped when the wind is, at hair-blowable strength. Haven't heard it now, though, in a little while. So maybe they have realised that the wind strength is too strong for them to be doing the fire ant thing today, which won't worry them too much. They'll come back tomorrow, the bastards. At least they're steering clear of this property, and rightfully so. We've made it very clear. Not that it really matters. They'll try and come on the property at any time, but I think they realise that here they might get a little bit more different kind of resistance. So they're leaving us alone at the moment, which is good. And we don't have fire ants on the property. I mean, we've scoured this property. There is not a fire ant on it. And if there were, then of course we would allow them to come in maybe and inject the sites. They're not coming in willy-nilly and just spraying over the top. And there are so many good ways to get rid of fire ants. Hot water injection is the best way to do it. I don't know if you know, but Americans are infested with fire ants, particularly in the southern areas. It's a really, really big issue. So they have these water injection units, which are hot water injection unit, which they push straight into the ground. It blows the nest, kills everything in it, and the water goes into the ground. Can't be a bad thing. I believe the water injection units are here available in Australia too, but they are ignored by the powers that be And that could be because the previous police minister under the Labor government, her husband is the one who has the contract to bring in this poison, this fipronil that they use, and the pellets that they use. He also is the only person you can buy it off in Queensland. He also, I think, has some dealings with the main aviation businesses that spread the shit, obviously. And wasn't it convenient that his wife was the police minister at the time where they were saying, well, police will come onto your property and force you to let the fire ant people on? Of course, the fire ant people have been badly burned, so to speak. They've been filmed planting fire ants on properties, particularly out west, caught on bush cameras, digging holes and planting fire ants. That's ensuring job security for next year. How many other properties have they done that to? There should be an inquiry into exactly what's going on with this fire ant bullshit and the people behind it and the dangerous shit that they do. All right, I have to go and get ready. Clearly, I've got to go and do something about my hair. Just can't do a thing with it. So I will pop off and go and do that. We'll see you again later this afternoon after the funeral, and we will have a show again tonight. Didn't get the bus done yesterday. Did get the dome halfway done. At least we're getting somewhere. If you are on the roads today, avoid the dickheads. There was a big one on the road in Port Melbourne recently, and managed to trash a car, drive up and down footpaths, doing circle work on the road and the footpath, the road and the footpath, over the gutters, over the median strip, smashed that crap out of the car and then drove off into the distance. The zombies are amongst us, folks. Just remember that.